front of us. So if we can get them to get anybody else out of the house this week,
oh, then that's wonderful.
Then,
but if not, then we're screwed.
All three of me, you, and Jess compete next week, and only Dick competes next week. And
Zach wouldn't put Jess or I up. She'd only put you up, and then Jess and I have your back.
Yeah. Zach couldn't win if his life depended on it.
No, I'm just
I know.
throwing
I'm
the
just
only
saying, he's
scenario.
worse than anyone. I don't fucking care whether he thinks he's throwing it, thinks he's playing hard, or whatever. I mean, he's doing horrible. I mean, I'd most prefer to see him go this week, but I don't know if he will. I doubt he will. But the way I see it anyway is, you know, there's a clear and obvious pair, a strong pair, and we can make that argument to everyone. You know, they're Boogie and Will. We let them off the hook. We're not targeting them. Anyone's got to go after them. We all got to go after them. And it was an argument that's easy to make. And it's obvious that there's a free week in here somewhere, just like you knew eventually Dustin and Amber were a free week, that they're a free week, and they're a free week that should come before us. So as far as I'm concerned, it's like an easy argument to make, and it's easy to get people you're on terms with to go in that direction instead. Because truly,
yeah, because if any of us got it, we put them up.
Why
and
would
it would
any
be
of them really
Zach as the alternate, and then they would be out too?
Why would they want them to win the game? No one wants Dick to win the game.
No.
No one wants Dick to win the game.
Or Danielle.
And everyone's threatened by Danielle. So, you know, this will only solidify it stronger, as they'll have another week of power tripping and, you know, showing off and this and that. And it's a, frankly, really easy argument to make at some point, to just say, the way I ideally see it is getting rid of one of them, and I figure one of them will probably trickle into the 4, but it doesn't really matter, because if they're down 3-1, all it means is that one person that's not that person needs to win, and it's done anyway. And in the meanwhile, if it takes targets off of us, keeps targets on them, you know, takes a couple of maybe enemies out of the way a little bit, I think in the long run it'll be fine, because otherwise Dustin would have just had to be dealt with anyway. He was trying to cook up every possible thing.
Everyone was on to him anyways.
Right. Well, everyone's on to them too, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt pretty concerned about it, but the way it played out this week, with her actually winning this week, if Dick had gone home, would have been a guarantee that I would have been nominated this week.
You
either
and Dustin,
against
and Dustin would have been gone.
Me and Dustin, or me and Jess. But this way, with her in power,
yeah,
I very well may not be nominated. So it's, you know, even if it's for a week only, it's a week that it will pay off for, you know?
Yeah.
The thing is, obviously everyone's got to go, but to me, the order is not so much.
Gotta go.
The order is not so much of importance to me. Basically, if it's not me or someone that I strongly care about, then, well, at least it wasn't one of us, you know, and whoever else it is, it is. And as far as I'm concerned, let them put the 2 of them up, and hopefully one of us will just win the veto and just not use it, and that'll be it.
Yeah. I wonder if she'll try to talk us into using the veto.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But if you win, it doesn't matter, because you know,
I'm not using it.
You're probably, you know, you're one of only a few people she could even consider putting up afterwards. So, right. I think the best case scenario would be you winning and leaving it be for obvious reasons and protecting yourself in the process. Yeah. And
well, the ways I would use it is it was actually you and Jess.
Yeah. I feel the same way. Or if I felt like by saving someone, let's say we wanted Amber out anyway, for example, and knew that we could do that, and I thought by saving Jameka, like in some...
You wouldn't put Jess or I up?
Well,
but yeah,
if we knew you had the votes, I'm not saying this particular week, but I'm saying if we knew you had the votes and could get away with it, and it would like gain you favor with someone, I'd consider it. Yeah. But, you know, it would have to be a specific person in a specific scenario and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And you never know in this place. Like, if you're up, if someone's up, they're up.
Right.
And they can go home.
Right. Well, you don't see me volunteering myself, I'll tell you that much.
No. you are the only person that's not been backdoored.
I know. And it's not like the intention wasn't to do it, like
Yeah.
it was there to be done. So I
just
slipped out once, but how many lives do you really get,
Well, how many do I have? Come on
Well,
now.
At least the next time
I have 3 at
that it's
least.
on me, I hope I at least get the chance to fucking play and defend myself. Because at this point, I sure as fuck would give up $250,000 to give myself one more week and get closer to it at this point. I totally would do the exact same thing. There's nothing, if my ass was on the line, there's nothing I wouldn't do, Whether or not I win, but, I would go balls to the wall on anything.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun POV. Every time now is like intense. And the twist is supposed to be this week, isn't it?
I don't know. There's got to be at least one more
Oh yeah, for sure.
big moment, or expect the unexpected,
guaranteed.
or there's something you guys don't realize.
1 or 2.
This type of thing for sure. Definitely. The thing is, though, all of that stuff happened by this time last season. They watched the movie by this time because Marcellus was there at the time of the
They'd
car
already
thing,
had,
and he was the first on
America's
the
Favorites.
jury. And yeah, they had the prom thing because that was the fast forward when George used it, which would have been the equivalent of this Thursday. And they also had the coup by now because Howie was there yelling "spool of lies." So.
Yeah.
But the question is, I'm sure there'll be a luxury at some point. I'm sure there'll be a movie or a
You think it was
concert
because
or
of the All-Stars?
whatever. But right, how many of these other things and the time frame and the double evictions and the coups and this and that were just because it was All-Stars?
Well, they were saying that they don't think they will. We don't think we'll have a double eviction because the season's like more interesting.
It's possible. Do you really think it's more interesting than All-Stars was?
I don't know. I don't think so. But
I don't think so.
Danielle and Dick think
there
so.
were some pretty crazy characters kind of running the show on that. So
Yeah, Mike and Boogie were hysterical.
yeah, and Janelle was always incredibly popular, and she was a huge part of it as well.
Yeah. They were till the end.
Yeah. I am sure that you, Dick, and Danielle are the, breakout characters. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you're- I don't know
Dick
if
and
you're.
Danielle are like Mike and Boogie.
I don't know if you're the loved characters, but I'm sure you are the breakout characters.
Well, I've been asked a question every single week, and now I've been asked about guys I want to date.